EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's lights out and away we go! Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's the 21st of February, 2022, and it's the F1 Academy season, round 3 here at home in Australia. That's right, the Academy are kicking off this week in Australia, right here in Melbourne, and the racing is only going to get more intense as the season goes on. Melbourne, the capital city of Australia from 1901 until excuse me. It's also the only city to host the Formula 1 Grand Prix and the Tennis Grand Slam. Let's take a look at the track tonight. It's 5.3 kilometres long. It's the old track, not the new one. Top speed's going to be around 327 kilometres an hour. 16 turns with an elevation of 2.5 metres, and we definitely want to take a look at these action zones. So turn 1 last year in the Academy season, we saw a lot of fender bender work on that first turn at the start, so watch the launch in tonight's race as we're sure to see some carnage. In turn 3, we also saw a lot of passing opportunities in the race last season too. Wheel-to-wheel action will definitely come on turn 3 tonight. And of course the graveyard, turn 12, it claimed Shaq last season. Will it claim any more victims this season? There hasn't been a race that has come where we have not seen someone grabbed by the graveyard in turn 12. That's right, it's Australia, it's the old layout, but what's Pirelli doing for us tonight? It's the C2, 3 and 4 compounds. The soft is going to be the fastest, of course, the hard being about a second and a half slower, but it will be the longest lasting tyre. I would project the medium coming into play quite a lot tonight. The split second calendar, of course, the Academy and the Pros are running side by side this season. Racer 1 picked up the first win for Silver Ferns back in round 1 at Abu Dhabi, and of course last week in round 2 Timmy picks up his first win for the Phoenix, first one in 2 seasons. Who will win the home Grand Prix tonight? Let the rivalry start. We're seeing it starting to come together. Next week we'll be off to Hungary in round 4. Who will be our top 5 come the first quarter of this season? Imola, of course, being a new track that will come on board for the season that we haven't seen in split second. And then off to one of our favourite street circuits, Singapore. A lot of action last season in the rain. Will we have that again in round 6? Round 7, drivers' favourite Austria at the Red Bull Ring will come into play, and we'll follow it up then with the triple header of street circuits. First being Azerbaijan in round 8. Round 9 will see us go to the city of Mexico and that beautiful stadium section as well. And then we'll end it off north of the border at round 10 in Canada before going on Easter break. We'll come back from Easter break and finish off in round 11 and 12 at Great Britain, and of course rounding out the season in Brazil. It's going to be absolutely spectacular there. Catch all the action live on Split Second Media on Discord, Facebook, Twitch and YouTube, and it's all brought to you live by Split Second Gaming. Let's take a look at the table after 2 rounds at the moment. Timmy sits up on top for the Phoenix. Link's in there for the Southern Cross boys in second. And Slayer will round out your top 3 on 44 points there for Phoenix. Racer 1 being the first Silver Fern up there in 40 points in 4th. And to round out your top 5 will be Tugs for split second. Mustang's first representatives down in about 7th there with TTV on 22 points, tied with Whitey, who has actually left the Silver Ferns. So replacement driver on his way, or I believe he is there. Looking at the standings, Phoenix are way out in front there on 128 points on top of the table. Defending champions are the Southern Cross Academy, who are trying to do their best to keep up there and defend that title. Silver Ferns down in 3rd with the Mustangs in 4th, and split second Academy. It's just struggling a little bit in the Academy section of this season. So we'll see if they can redeem themselves tonight at the home track of Australia. Let's take a look at these lineups. This is the regular lineups. No, haven't put any ins or outs this week. Slayer, the rookie, and Timmy, the rookie there. Gob and Chrome, they'll all be in for Phoenix. The split second, the three rookies in Tugs, Ray, and Chris, along with the veteran Corey. He will join them. For the Mustangs, the captain and team owner SJ, and the rookie Banana Hammock, along with QE and TTV. Those two veterans will be running alongside those drivers. Of course, the Silver Ferns, Boss, Junior, Racer 1 and Northern Star, the new recruit for the Silver Ferns, replacing Whitey, is in there. And of course, the Southern Cross, Lynx, the academy captain, No Bags, Killshot, and Jacob, the reserve. Jacob will not be there tonight due to work commitments, so there will be 19 cars running tonight in tonight's race. Let's go to the We Riders 1 is brought to you by Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media. We Riders 1 is dedicated to all who suffer with mental health in all walks of life. If you or someone you may be worried about could possibly be at harm for suicide, please call Lifeline on 13 11 14. You are not alone.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
1 in 5 Australian adults have a chronic mental illness.
1 in 4 New Zealand adults are at risk of struggling with mental health.
Unfortunately, Australia and New Zealand mental health statistics have severely worsened through the pandemic.
We ride as one to create support,
compassion,
love,
understanding,
and care to all who suffer in silence.
because when we boil it all down,
we recognise that everyone is you, just living a different life.
we now have breakthrough therapies.
For treatment of mental illness,
expediting their research and development.
Reconnection is just around the chicane.
We
ride.
We ride.
we ride.
We ride as
as
one.
one.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts, our beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia bear. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I just realised I haven't got my lights going, so I apologise there. Alright, welcome to tonight. It is F1 Season Academy, or Academy Season, sorry. I'm a little jumbled at the moment, and I'm running a bit behind on stuff, so excuse me for the moment. Round 3 here in Australia, we're going to see some great competition. We've got the two race winners finally going head-to-head with each other, and going to be a great watching point of view for you fans, so I'm going to be sitting back here enjoying just as much as you guys are. Tonight we're at Australia. It's round 3. Last night we saw the pros at Saudi Arabia, and that was quite an epic race. We saw a lot of action and a lot of controversy, so a lot to come out of that story. Those stories later in the series. We might even talk about some of it tonight. Welcome to everyone watching on Twitch. Welcome everyone watching on YouTube and everyone on Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and comment, as well as hit that subscribe button. Please excuse me for the night. I've got a little bit of gas tonight, so if I burp on the microphone, I am very sorry. Alright, let's get down to it. This race is being anticipated by all our drivers tonight who are out in qualifying, so we'll be heading straight down to the track very shortly. 18-minute qualifying, short qualifying for the Academy, then they'll get on to a 50% race tonight. There is 19 drivers as Jacob is out due to work commitments. Unfortunately, he could not get out of those commitments. So we'll be running 19 tonight, similar to what we did last night in Academy. We'll keep it on the fastest lap gaps with the best tyres as well, and the tyres that they qualify on. Remember, whatever the top 10 qualify on, they have to run those sets. Quick couple of shout-outs. We're going to shout out to TJ, we're going to shout out to Lynx, we're going to shout out to Caleb. Should be a great show. It's thanks for the compliments on the pre-show. Awesome. Thank you very much. I would love to do the proper grid, TJ, but we just don't have the ability of doing that because we go straight from qualifying to racing. There is talks of maybe changing something up in the future, but we'll just wait and see. Now, tonight's race is going to be quite the event. Remember, this is our 4th season for the Academy and our 4th time here at Australia. It's normally the ending track and where we finish up. It's now the 3rd one in the season of 12 instead of the ending of a season of 10. There's going to be a lot of action. And yes, I do know that the logo behind us is the old logo, so I do apologize. That hasn't been updated. I will get that fixed. But yes, tonight's going to be interesting. The famous Turn 12 will take on some souls, as it usually does. I wouldn't be surprised in qualifying and in the race. It's known as the graveyard here at Split Second, and it will take a lot of our drivers' souls, I guarantee it. We have not ever had a race at Australia without a safety car, so I'm putting 100% that we'll see a safety car tonight. And we'll have to wait and see if I'm right there. Keep your eye out. The drivers to watch out for tonight, of course, are going to be Racer and Timmy, both winning the first 2 races of the season. So keep an eye out on them. The Phoenix drivers are out for blood. They want to extend that lead on the Southern Cross boys. So the Southern Cross boys and the Phoenix might get in some wheel-to-wheel action tonight. So keep a close eye on those battles, and I'll do the same for you. Unfortunately, unlike the pros, I am on my own tonight, so I won't be able to see all the action. I'll try and give you the best chance to see what's going on around the track that I can, and of course find those really close and up the top battles. So for now, let's get down the track. The boys are on track. There's a couple that are about to set the laps now, so we'll head on down there and get going. It's qualifying, short qualifying. They got 18 minutes, and whatever the top 10 qualify on, they must stay on that set of tyres. So if they do 5 laps on a set, they'll be starting on 5-lap old softs, for example, and have to endure their strategy to that. All right, let's get down to the track. We're at Melbourne, Australia tonight for the Australian Grand Prix in round 3 of the Academy F1 season. Alright, so as we join the guys now, we're joining with Junior. He is on an out lap. That is why the track map is red for deleted. As he goes into the grass there, I think he's trying to get out of someone's way there. And Corey crosses the line for the first time, and Banana Hammock goes over for his first time and sets that time there with the fastest lap of 1:25 flat. So let's go through who's joining us tonight. We've got Kiwi, he's out on an out lap. Ray, who put on a good race last week, international American. So a shout out to America if you're watching and are friends with Ray. Shout out to you. We might have something coming your way too, America. So stay tuned to Split Second and make sure you join us for all our shows. Voice of Chris, he's in the pits along with Tugs. Timmy, he is out there, winner of last week's race. In that 88 Phoenix car, he is going to be putting on a show for you as he comes around the second last turn and the slowest corner of the track. Got to watch these ripple strips here in Australia. They will bite and spit you out, and you don't want that, as Timmy is going to go into second place behind his teammate Slayer, and Slayer having a good race last week as well. Junior's on a flyer now, and the new rookie for the Southern Cross boys, replacing Whitey, is Northern Star. He's sitting on an outlap apparently. And Boss, he's in the pits. SJ, the owner and manager of the Academy team, as it looks like Corey there. No, sorry, Almighty God puts in a time of 1:36. We've got some slow cars in Sector 3. SJ out there trying to set a time. Let's see what he can do. And SJ's got to be one of those drivers you got to say is unpredictable. One race he'll be up the top, and that's a great time for him to start off on his first lap there, putting him in third. He can either be up there fighting for it, or he can be out early. He's one of those drivers that are just unpredictable. Let's see, we got Crone Dog joining us, another driver there, and that livery looks amazing on his helmet and gloves that he's chosen to go with, those representing those Adelaide colours, I believe. In that red, blue and yellow. So representing Adelaide, I think, with those colours. Looks really good with the livery as well. But Crone Dog, he's out there on mediums. Fastest 2 times in those Phoenix have been mediums, and it looks like Crone Dog's joining that attempt as well, as Almighty qualified on softs first. And that's going to put Crone Dog up into 7th on those mediums. So different tactics going around. Lynx goes to the top of the table there, the Academy captain. And Killshot, he's about to set a time here. Now, only 3 drivers tonight for the Southern Cross. They've got a lot of work to catch up to those Phoenix. It's going to hurt only having 3 drivers tonight. Killshot will go to 6th. Let's see, talking about the Southern Cross boys. There's No Bags in his 43 car. He's out on a lap now, as he'll come around to the back end of the track here on the last turn. He's looking at about a 120, maybe 124, I think. I don't think he's going to get up the top there. And he does a 124.6 and goes to 5th, and then gets outdone by SJ straight away. So, some interesting times going up there. We saw some consistency. Racer 1 down here in 14th. I would assume he's going to do a lot better than that. And I got to say, the livery the boys are running for the Academy looks so much better than the livery they run in the pros. It just stands out and pops out. It looks so good for these Silver Ferns. Let's see what he can do. Racer's on. I'd like to point out he's on those soft tyres. He set the fastest second sector. We got. It looks like a black car has stopped or crashed. It's got to be North Star or Junior there in Sector 1 or 2. 1. In Sector 1. He's had a spin, I think Junior has. As it is moving, the car is moving. We will check back there in a second. I want to see what kind of lap Racer puts on here first. And he's on the soft, so an interesting tactic, Timmy versus Racer. Racer's going to take it to the top there. He'll go to the top on a 23.2. That's quite a fair challenge now, since Lynx got a 23. Let's go back and check in with Junior, as he doesn't look to have damage. It looks like it might have just been a spin, but he is slowing down these sectors. Now, we saw a lot of this last night in the pros. Oh, there's a bit of damage to his front wing on the right there. He is getting out of the way of some cars. I can't see who's coming through, but he is going on the inside there. There was a lot of talk last night about the drivers setting yellow sectors during qualifying and purposely slowing down other drivers, so I'm not sure about that. TTV, he's the leading Mustang at the moment on the table. He is out there on an outlap at the moment. I think we have covered all the drivers that are on track tonight. I think, yes, we have. So we'll see what TTV can do in a minute. He is on an outlap. We'll keep an eye on that radar, as he's just about to go to Sector 2 now. But a lot of the cars not really in that Sector 1. We've got a couple of the Southern split second boys coming across the line. Corey's just there. Ray Ray's in the pits. Not too many up the top there. Ray Ray in 10th is the best split second car at the moment. So Tugs, he's No Bags. No Bags has retired. I'm trying to find him. He's in Sector 2. No one's in Sector 2. Oh, we got a Mustang coming through Sector 2. Let's see if we can jump on board which Mustang it is. It's TTV. Can we see where? I think that's a Graveyard. It is the Graveyard. And the Graveyard's claimed our first victim tonight, and it is going to be No Bags. No Bags will get a DNF with that, and the Graveyard has got its first victim. I would love to see that footage from No Bags. Oh, wow, that is interesting there. I told you that the Graveyard will claim a soul tonight, and of all people, it has to be a Southern Cross one. The Southern Cross boys really don't have the ability tonight to give away any points. All three of them, the pressure's going to be on for them to get into the points. Now remember, the points are different. It's top 15. Same as fastest lap point can go to the top 15 as well, as long as they finish the race. So the boys are going to want to push themselves up higher above those Phoenix cars the best they can. Oh, he's got a bit of a slip on those curbs there, TT. And that's gonna hurt his time there. I reckon he would have lost a couple of hundredths of a second there. He does get a purple sector in Sector 1, surprisingly, so he is pushing that car. This could be interesting, what kind of run he could get. He did have a purple sector on that graph earlier, and no one else has gone through, so maybe it won't be deleted, but maybe it was just a glitch. But it did come up purple there for a second. As he comes through the second sector and into the graveyard, we'll jump on board. This part here is the most dangerous part of the Australian track, and many a split-second soul has been claimed there in the graveyard. So you got to watch that spin on the outside curb. It will launch you into the inside and spin you into that green and gold painted wall. Now TTV's got 43 on, and so does No Bags tonight. So one of them will get done for incorrect number on the livery. Sure, we'll have to figure that one out. And that will move TTV up into 4th, so he's sitting good. His team owner will be happy as SJ sits in the pits watching. All the boys are pretty much in the pits, a few on outlaps. And Tugs, he's out as he comes through the graveyard. Let's watch him. So if you hit that inside curb, you delete the lap. If you hit that outside curb too much, you're going to spin it into the graveyard. A lot of caution used there. So he's going to use this as a tyre warmer and go for another spit there, I'd say. Is Tugs. But the only ones yet to set a time is Boss, who's still sitting in the pits. Tugs in 18th, and his teammate Voice of Chris on an outlap now in about Sector 3, so he'll be a little bit behind him. Let's see if he starts this lap. He's got full DRS. Let's see him go. Will he push this car? We'll know by the first sector if he is going to push it. Car's coming out of the pits now with 6 minutes to go. A lot of pressure on. They've got to start getting those times. We'll see him start coming down. Racer 1 is up in pole. He's taking it off Lynx. Slayer in 3rd. TTV, we just saw, go to 4th. Timmy in 5th. SJ in 6th. No Bags DNFing into the graveyard in 7th, but still holding on. QE in at 8th and Killshot in at 9th. And Banana Hammock will round out your top 10 currently. Yet to set a time is Boss, Tugs, and Chris. Boss Tugs right now has just set the fastest first sector, getting a purple Sector 1 as he comes into the back straight of Sector 2. This area is a make or break part of the track. It also sets you up for the section of turns 11 and 12, the graveyard. Very much known to these drivers in split second as he comes through the graveyard. And he does so nicely. He's going to get away from the graveyard and survive it. And the Mustangs are looking strong tonight. All drivers in the top 10 at the moment, I will have to say. Split second, a long way to go. All drivers outside the top 10. So they've got a long way to go. Silver Ferns seem to be struggling a bit. Their main driver racer is up in pole, but the rest of them outside the top 10. And Phoenix split down the middle with 2 and 2 in the top 10 and out. There's the first driver for the split second team to go into the top 10. And not only does he go in the top 10, he goes subpar 22 with the fastest lap and into pole. So that is going to be great for Tugs and the split second team as he gets the provisional pole right now. Racer's still not out there. Timmy's back out there. He did a lap on the mediums. Those times are set on the tyres that are there. So he looks like to be out on the yellow bands again. And he's going to go for another fast lap as he goes through Sector 1 here. And he's going to try and get that fastest lap he can. Now, he is the last car on track at the moment trying to run a time. So he might maybe look at moving forward here on a couple of the other cars. But 2 of them are on an outlap, I can see, which is probably not where we want to go. No Bags drops down into 10th. Almighty Gob is out. It looks like he's retired. He has not had a DNF. No, there's no red dots installed. So Gob has retired, saving tyres. And that looked like a car. I think that might have been Junior on his outlap there. And that's a purple sector there for... we've got a tyre on the track. There in the background. That's from No Bags. As No Bags is now starting to drop further and further. His worst qualifying position will be 18th tonight as He's got a faster time than Gobby, but he's going to kill the lap. Timmy kills the lap. It's not deleted or anything. I'm not sure what happened there, whether he went offline or something. But anyway, Voice of Chris. He's coming out of the pit and will start an out lap. Kill shot. He's on a flyer. He's in Sector 3. He's at 1:05 now as he comes into Sector 3. A lot of the boys are very cautious of the graveyard and are probably losing a bit of time coming through there. But Killshot now, is he gonna better that time? And he does. He betters the time and goes to 4th underneath his teammate who's in 3rd. Link's in 3rd. Pretty much all in the top 8 now are all in the pits. And Killshot's on a cooldown lap. That's a deleted lap for Chris right now. So he won't be setting no lap anytime soon, and he is got a bit of glitchiness happening there. And yeah, Rez is definitely actually, I think I've recognised who Tug is. I think that's I'm wondering if that is Gurko, who used to race with us in Season 1. Correct me at home, guys. Is that Gurko from ARG? That used to race with us, if it is. I can't remember what his original name was, but I think I used to call him Gurko. And if so, let us know, and I'll go back to calling him Gurko. But for now, we've been calling him Tugs. A few people call him Rez. And he's going to try and start a flyer now. He is outside the top 10, and he's on, this will be 3-lap-old tyre soft, so I don't see him really being able to get too much of a good run, but he does have that slipstream of the Silver Fern in front of him, which looks like it was Junior, possibly, or Northern Star. Boss is on an out lap. It might be Boss as well. I'm not really sure there. No, it's Junior. It's definitely Junior. So Corey here, he's going to try and get himself a lap. Got a lightning lap set by Gurk. And Ray's up into 3rd for those that missed it. So at the moment it is Gurk, Racer, Ray, Lynx, Killshot, Slayer, TTV and Timmy. Racer has retired from the season. It is definitely a pit retirement. It is not it's not a spin out. No, it is a spin out in Sector 2. He's retired in Sector 2 and I can't see what's happened because there's no car. Oh, there's 2 black cars there. Who is it? Rez is one of them and Northern's the other. So Northern and Rez have both had an incident in Sector 2. I'd say Rez went out, sorry, not Rez, Racer. Racer went out and then it looks like Northern's had an accident with him. And Banana Hammock's in the pits. We're waiting on Boss, the only one to set a time here. And there's not much time left on the clock. But there's literally 15 seconds. This is going to have to be a hot lap. And he will be... Junior will be the last one to set a time. Most of the boys are in the pits. So Gob and Crone Dog and North Star will definitely be the last 3 cars if a time is set by Boss faster than a 1:25. But he's out there with a purple sector. He's got a chance here. We're going to ride along with him all the way. He's got a chance here for the pole. He's looking strong to take it from Tugs. Let's see what kind of Sector 2 he gets. And can he avoid the graveyard? He is one of the biggest people to cop the victimization of the graveyard here. He gets the fastest Sector 2. He's on par for pole. He gets over that curb just enough. He's not disqualified. He gets through the graveyard perfectly. He's going to come down here into this sharp right-hander, followed by the next 90-degree right-hander and into the slowest turn on the track. Into this left-hander, it is the slowest turn onto the track, and then he's going to line up for a run onto this right-hander down to the main straight. What lap time will he set? This is going to be huge. Can he get the pole? He's going to be up the top, but what will he do? And it is Boss in pole position, and that is his first pole for the season, and I reckon he's going to be in for a great run home tonight, but Boss will definitely take the pole. I do not see his teammate in Junior coming back and taking it as he is in the pits. So Boss one to take the pole. Last lap. What a run. We've seen this week in and week out with the last runner on the track taking the pole. What an enormous lap there, and only just getting through. 1:22.89 was what Tugs got, and a 1:22.847 is what Boss gets on those softs. The only 2 starting on mediums in the top 10 are going to be Slayer and Timmy for the Phoenix. But what a lap. that is the lap of the gods done by Boss there, and he definitely deserves to get recognised for it. What a lap by Boss. I've always said you got to watch for him when he's on fire, because when he is on fire, he is dangerous. Let's see what kind of race he has tonight. Hopefully a good one. He's definitely deserving for it. But anyway, Dobby will end up in 19th after DNFing, and so will Crone Dog in 18th. Then Northern, the new driver, he'll end up in 17th. No Bags will end up in 13th with a DNF as well. But Banana Hammock Jr. and Corey will run 14th, 15th, and 16th. So that will be interesting there. And of course, Junior really struggling this season. We've seen not just in qualifying, but in the racing as well. But Tugs will end up in second. Let's have a quick look at that when it moves us onto the screen. But a quick recap. Boss taking the pole, and well deserved, with a great time off Tugs. Less than 43 thousandths of a second there, or tenths of thousandths of a second. And Racer will be up the top there too, in third place. So watch out for this battle up front. Our registered American Ray will go in at fourth. And he's out for a good race to represent the North there. SJ, not a bad qualifying for him. One of his best this season, definitely into fifth. And Lynx, he had a great run there with his teammate Killshot, who will go 6th and 7th. In 8th is Slayer, 9th is TT, and Timmy will round out the top 10. And Voice will end up in 11th. So as the drivers will come in and get their final setups, I'm going to send some shout-outs to our chat on anyone that has put a chat through the multi-stream. So Broseph, SJ, Junior, Lynx, Tomo, Caleb, TJ, Nick Inglis, and Millsy. A shout-out to all you guys that I'm seeing on chats here. Most of you are all Twitch, so shout-out to you guys. An amazing run so far we've seen tonight, and this should be epic. Let's also know that Gurko's from Greece. All right, cheers for that, Broseph and Tomo. Definitely a different person, so thank you very much. All right, so the drivers have got about another 25 seconds, and we'll go on a formation lap, and we'll rerun through the grid. But Boss, with the lap of the gods here in Australia, this is definitely the race he wants to run. So I think it's going to be one hell of a race tonight, especially into that first turn. Are we going to see some silliness, or will we see some great racing tonight? I'm going to go with great racing, but hey, Australia's always brought out some crazy, especially if we end up with rain, but it looks dry for us. All right, so it's going to be a formation lap. We'll run through the guys, and we'll run through your grid for tonight's 29-lap race in Academy. Quick shout out to Toys R Us 46 first for the follow. Thank you very much. But your pole sitter is, like a true boss, the boss man himself, veteran of the Academy. He'll be racing real hard tonight to get those points for the Silver Ferns. In second place, it will be, will be Tugs. For the split second, boys, they're out for some maximum points to get off the bottom of the table, and he's in great position for that. Racer 1 jumps to third, and he'll be putting on a great run. We saw a great run between him and Boss last week at the start of Jeddah, working together to push the Silver Ferns up, and Ray will be there in fourth. So it's a split second and a Silver Fern battle at the front of the pack. SJ will come in at fifth here, and he will definitely get things going for the Mustangs, and right behind him is rival Lynx and Killshot in those Southern Cross cars. So Killshot looking to do just as good as last week, along with Lynx, who just missed out on the podium. So that is your top 7. Into 8th, we'll go with Slayer and the Phoenix. He'll be the first one. And they're out to definitely extend the lead tonight, the Phoenix boys. They'll be trying to extend that lead hard as they are building up a good lead just within 2 races. They've had 2 great runs over the last couple of weeks, and last week picking up the win as well. TTV, of course, in 9th. He has had some amazing runs lately in qualifying and definitely deserves to be a lot further up than 9th. And then, of course, last week's winner will round out your top 10, and that is Timmy. It's going to be a massive, massive night. Don't go away as the formation lap is almost finished. We're about to go racing, and it should be huge, I tell you that. Now, 4 DNFs came in that qualifying session that I saw. Probably more if I missed some, but it should be interesting. But we're about to go racing. Let's see how it goes. We've got a tip incoming. A 1, 2, 3, 4 for Phoenix is what is being tipping in the chat. Now let's move down the line to get a good look here at the startup. We're going to start back in at 5th. We're going to give SJ the start tonight. He's deserves some time. We're going to put the the full track map up, and straight up I'm going to leave it at intervals, and I'm going to put the tyres on so you know what they're starting at. The top 7 have got softs. And the lights out and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix. Here we go as they head into turn 1. A great start there by Tugs as he gets past Boss. Boss into 2nd, his teammate there into 3rd. Ray, we've got a Sector 1 incident already. We've got cars. Oh, that is huge. And that looks like Voice has had a massive hit. Timmy's gone to the back of the pack. That is massive there. But it looks like Voice has ended up the worst off. I can't see him around the corner. The camera will not give it to us. He's in the bunker, and he's been disqualified for trying to turn it around. That's unfortunate. He's copped the disqualification glitch. That is really, really bad. I'm not sure if after that we'll see a red flag or not, but that looked like there were several cars in that incident, and No Bags was one of them, as well as Gob and Timmy. And it looks like Crone Dog might have been as well. Now we've got a Sector 1 yellow, but no safety car. So at the moment they're still running as they come through. And there goes the caution. So the race is on and the move's on at the back there. Or was that a team let through? I'm not sure. Looked like Racer might have let Boss through. There's your pit strategies for a 1 stop and a 2 stop if they started on softs. But that was absolutely a massive, massive accident there, and we'll have to wait until the carnage comes through on the from the stewards, but we definitely won't have a replay there due to unable to do that with Codemasters, unfortunately. But at the moment, Tugs up in front, Boss in 2nd, QE into the pits right now. Racer is in at 3rd, Link's up into 4th, and Ray's dropped down to 5th now. He was in 4th, but Link's... Oh, that's huge! Boss is in the wall! He's over-rotated and done some damage to the front wing of his car. That's going to leave him vulnerable to Ray as Lynx gets up into 3rd. But Ray now, he's going to try and get a move. Can he get a move on Boss's damaged car? Boss will have to probably pit. We won't be able... On Australia, he probably won't be able to run too long and keep control of that car without probably putting it in. And to be honest, I'm worried for him for this graveyard coming up, as we know that claims a lot of victims, and Boss is now unfortunately in a situation where he's got a lot of cars dragging behind him, and he's going to become a victim of circumstance, I think. He's going to have to try and get to the pits and hope for a safety car to recover. Oh, we've already got one in the graveyard, and it's a Silver Fern, and it's opened up. Oh, and that was, that looked like, was that kill shot into the back of him? I'm not sure, but it was a Silver Fern out. It's Racer. Racer has copped it, and he's disqualified for the U-turn penalty. So it was Racer into the graveyard. He's been claimed by the graveyard there, and there was someone else into the back of him. I'm not sure who that was. It looked like it might have been maybe a Phoenix or... Oh no, the Phoenix is back there. It's under virtual safety car now, so you'd want to probably try and get to the pits, I guess, if you can. Boss doing that, SJ doing that. I'm not sure who that was, but someone went straight in the back, and from the front of that, it looked like a massive, massive, massive call there to the... a massive, massive call on the situation there, but it looked like he had a lot of time. That car that ended up hitting the Silver Fern of Racer was definitely enough time to pull out of that by the looks of it. Instead, it looked like they tried to battle and hope for the best, whoever it was that hit him. It looked like one of the green cars, but the virtual safety car is over and the racing is continuing. And it looks like now Tugs is up front with Lynx in 2nd and Slayer in at 3rd there for the Phoenix boys. We've got 2 out now, So, and unfortunately, under that U-turn disqualification glitch that we saw in the pros and that we've seen here now, it's definitely a problem with the Codemaster servers, and we've seen it over the last couple of weeks, the last 2 weeks, I believe. In the last 3 races, we've had disqualifications due to this U-turn problem. So a fast lap set by Lynx, who's in second, but he's got the chase down by Slayer here. And Boss has got a penalty there as well, as Slayer and Ray go for it. Now we got, it looks like another graveyard incident here with Almighty Gob. Oh no, there you go, it's Banana Hammock on the final turn of the track. He's over-rotated there. Looks like it's really greasy out there on those tyres, especially those mediums. We'll see what happens here, but so Racer 1 and Chris are out on the U-turn disqualification situation. Now we've seen this happen a bit, if you're just catching up with us. QE sets the fastest time, and then Timmy sets the fastest time, who's on the hunt there. He's pulled back that 15 seconds very quickly on those softs, so he'll get back into the hunt and start chasing down SJ shortly. There's not a lot of battles going on here at the moment, some very spaced out cars. TTV, he's got a chance here to catch up on Killshot, who's in 5th, so this is the battle for 5th. And let's see if we can get him here. They're going to probably try and push the limits. We've got, it looks like Junior's had a spin in the graveyard, and he's had a spin. Now, will he cop the disqualification glitch? No, he seems all right and will be able to get underway, but the graveyard is claiming the victims tonight. They're not getting away with it at all, as Junior will drop to 14th now in that Silver Fern. So I'm getting a couple of questions on the Twitch feed. Why is it not red flagged? And why is the disqualification? Why is the race carry on? Here at Split Second, unless there's an actual server incident, we don't do red flags, as it is not a situation that we like to promote. We only do red flags on server glitches, as most accidents on first lap tend to be driver error somewhere along the line. Yes, it's unfortunate cars end up out of the race and that, but unless the server is a server glitch for the whole server, we don't do red flags, because it causes people to try and cause a crash or something, and then we end up getting requests for red flags all night on the restart. So we for a long time now, the only red flags that come through are server glitches and all that. But if you want to get updated on our rules, jump onto our Discord, join us on our Discord, and you can read the rule book there. It's not a long read at all. But it does outline some of our rules in case you want to know how we run our leagues. But go there and join us too on all the conversations and that as well. You'll also be able to register for any competitions that are coming up and get involved with us that way. Now, there's not a lot of battles going on, a lot of gaps here. Crone Dog and Slayer are probably the only two there that have actually got a chance. Shout out to SS165i for the follow, and Toys R Us 64, shout out to you as well on Twitch. Yeah, Racer, jump on in and we'll have a quick talk about the incident. Like, we know it's unfortunate, mate, and it is one of the glitches, but we'll have a talk to it. We've got another Sector 3 yellow sector, but it's not coming up on the map. Oh, okay, it's down at the finish line there. It's got to be QE. It is. That section is definitely grabbing people. They're overrunning it and spinning it. But yeah, feel free to join us, Racer, and we'll have a chat, mate. So, Tugs out the front there. Lap 6 if you're joining us. He comes through the graveyard and he's handling it quite well. We've got a Sector 1 there. It's SJ. He's really struggling tonight here in Australia. SS, quick question. Is the Ferrari SF1000 steering wheel worth the buy? I'm not sure, mate. I don't actually go off those wheels. I personally enjoy Logitech. And Split Second promotes Logitech, so we favour Logitech, and that's not sponsored or anything like that. It's just our choice of brand here at Split Second. I honestly haven't used it, so I won't make any comments about it because that just wouldn't be fair. But yeah, feel free to look up the reviews and all that, and if you do end up getting it, feel free to drop a line and let us know what your thoughts are of if you get it. Me personally, I find reliable, durable, and always a comfortable wheel to use is the Logitech wheels. Fantech with their Formula 1 wheels are quite good as well, as we have a lot of our fellow leagues and that use them and have had great feedback on most of their wheels as well. But for us here at Split Second, we advertise and promote Logitech. As Timmy tries to move up the field there. What did he do? Did he get him? It looks like he did get Junior. He did. And he's moving up the field on those softs. So Timmy dropped right back to the end there, and he's now working his way up. So the battle between him and... Oh, who's that behind him? That's Banana Hammock. He's parked it, and if he doesn't get moving, he will get disqualified by this situation. And the Mustangs down in 14th, 15th, and 16th, all having a bad run tonight. And those medium tyres are absolutely destroyed on this track, aren't they? They are greasy as we watch him. He is struggling so bad, and he doesn't want to take out a teammate, so he's trying to leave room. But as soon as they're cold and you try and light them up, it is spin fest, or if they're dirty, the mediums do not like this track at all. Oh, he's gone in the wall again, and that's just absolutely showing you what happens with dirty, cold, medium tyres, and that will bring out the safety car. This is going to bunch up the field and show you exactly the talent of all these drivers now, as they're going to get a chance to pit, and that's perfect for the three that are in the pits right now. Lynx, Ray, and Killshot. They are in a prime position now as we watch Corey go through Banana Hammock, and that is going to end it for Banana Hammock's run, unfortunately. So a split second car out, a Silver Fern and a Mustang are out right now. The boys are hitting the pits. They're going to come out into a safety car situation. The pit strategies now, especially with those drivers on 7-lap-old seven-lap-old tires, are going to be interesting. What drivers are going to be on those mediums? You can see the question will be, are they going to be too cold? Are we going to see a lot of cars lose it here? The medium tyres are dangerous, as you're seeing on this track, and if you think that's dangerous, you just see the boys on the hards. Now, drivers to talk about, Northern Star and Crone Dog are up 12 positions, along with Corey, who's up 11 positions, and Almighty Gob, who is up 10 positions. This race is getting bigger and better as we move on. The only driver not to change position from starting position is No Bags in 13th. Now, No Bags was chatting with us last night, saying that it is one of his better tracks, and he does prefer racing here, but he's got a few weaknesses in regards to getting through the first couple of laps. As Tugs in the lead is going to move and take a run into the pits. Slayer, he's going to stay out. Corey, he's a fair bit behind Slayer, so this is going to be a chance to catch up, but will he get out in front of his teammate Rez, or will or not? No, he's going to hit the pits too. What's Lynx going to do? He just went into the pits. So Lynx, he's going to move up into second, I'd say. I think he's going to beat out. Yes, he'll definitely beat out Tugs right here, and he'll move in front of Tugs. North Star, he's going to fly down here. Rez will get out in front of him. There they are in the background. It looks like Crone Dog's followed suit. Ray, as he comes down now into turn one, and Boss, who will be in 7th there. 8th will be Gobby, and 9th will be Killshot as he goes past. Timmy will be in 10th, and Corey will come out of that pits comfortably in 11th with the safety car setting the tone for these boys, and they will get racing very shortly as the Aston Martin safety car picks up Slayer. So let's go back to let's have a look at penalties at the moment. But first, your fastest lap at the moment is set by 10th place Timmy with a 1:25.33. Looking at the times, roughly the only one in race pace close enough to taking a time or getting near a 1:25.33 will be Tugs on a 1:25.5. So a lot of people going to struggle with getting that extra point off Timmy tonight. But that's the fastest lap. Let's take a look from the intervals there, because they're behind the pace car. That won't, the safety car, that won't really change the intervals. The stops, there's everyone that's had a stop. Slayer yet to have a stop. Northern Star yet to have a stop. Crone Dog, Almighty Gob are yet to have a stop. 2 stops for SJ and Kiwi, and the rest of all had 1 stop. 3 penalties out there. Let's take a look. 3 seconds, 9 seconds for Boss, 5 seconds for No Bags. So we'll see if that comes into play later in the race and that. But for now, let's just go back to the tyres everyone is on and see what happens. Safety car's going to go for another lap here as we're with the front of the pack. And I'm going to have a look over at some of the comments here. Let's see, where were we at last? Absolutely, definitely worth it. Tomo, mate, thanks, mate. Slayer staying out cold, make or break this race. We could have been very difficult, but maybe just doing to make 2 softs last 20 laps. Racer, he's in the chat. Awesome, we've got Racer in the chat, guys, so we'll get him on. Yeah, we'll have a chat with him while the safety car's out there. Racer, you there, mate? Yep, I've got you. Welcome. I'm just going to make sure I've got your volume actually up, because I don't think I do. There we go. Okay, try that again, mate. Welcome to tonight's stream. Yeah, no, look, I can understand that, but yeah, it's unfortunate, man. We've seen that that glitch throughout, as you saw it last week too, and that I think actually, did you cop it last week? Oh, that's right. You were unfortunately away. That's right. Look, it does happen, and it does suck, and it's unfortunate for you now watching from the pit wall. Yeah, we weren't sure who hit you. It looked like it might have been a Southern Cross car, but in the end, it looked like after we could get a better kind of review of it, it looked like it was one of the Mustangs. Yeah, well, it was unfortunate. It looked like he still had a lot of time to get past you, but I think he was focused on trying to, go the pass, but also not be in that spot on the graveyard that can send you. Now, sorry, give me a second. We'll come back to you as we're about to go racing again. The safety car's in, and the boys are off. Slayer's got control. Link's straight on him, and they're going to come down into turn 1 here. Lynx is definitely going to have the run on him on the inside. No DRS, remember, and he gets a perfectly clean pass there on Slayer on those fresh mediums over the 10-lap mediums, but it's going to leave Slayer vulnerable to tugs as they come down into turn 3 now. And what will we see here up the front? And it's going to start looking like it's going to set some pace. We'll quickly drop down the back here where there's some action with Timmy. Timmy's falling off the pace. He's lost the front wing. Something happened back around turn 1 and 2, and Timmy's race could be over here. 9-lap-old Sauce, he didn't take the advantage of taking a pit. He lets all the cars go past, and that's pretty sportsman of him, I'll give him that. But our 2 winners of race 1 and race 2 are really having a bad night tonight. Talking about that, winner of race 1 is with us in the booth. Racer, mate, again, as we were saying, it's unfortunate. You got another soul claimed. Even though you're a rookie with us this season, you're another soul claimed by our infamous graveyard. Tell us a bit about your prep for tonight, obviously, and of course it's disappointing you're out, but give us a bit of an idea of the prep you do for these races.
I was giving my prep on the ask already because I actually didn't get much practice for Australia as I was in Tasmania a night ago, so...
Oh, nice.
I was actually just come back from school and then got straight into it, tried to do a couple of laps without
Yeah, well, it definitely shows that with this league, you've got to be consistent, but not just consistent. You got to be noticed. You've really got to put the effort in for the training in that too, because you guys are all racing for those pro seats and being able to race for money next season, like real money. And it looks like we've got Gobby who's dropping down the field here. It looks like he's had a bit of damage or a spin again. He's really starting to struggle out there now. I'll ask you this because it looks like the situation, but those medium tyres seem to be very, very greasy and slippery out there. If they're slightly cold or slightly dirty, it seems like there's just no grip on them whatsoever out there. Yeah, well, that's it. All right, now it looks like No Bags has had a moment there, coming into the back straight in Sector 2 as he'll head into the graveyard. We'll stay with him and see if he can complete the graveyard. We know this is one of his deadliest zones. He's had he's one of those big bad wolves that get him. But he's gotten through there nicely and it doesn't look like too much damage, so he'll move forward on to probably taking a pit run. But it looks like behind Lynx, as you said there, Racer, as he gets away, we've got to now battle on Slayer's 12 lap old mediums along with these fresh mediums that are starting to rubber in as Tugs makes the challenge and makes the move on the inside. He's going to go for a beautifully clean and well done pass into turn 3, and now he's going to go on the hunt for Lynx. Both of them came into the pits around the same time, and Boss is starting to drop down the pack as Ray, resident American, moves on up. Now we got a battle. We're going to move back here with Boss, Ray, and Crone Dog because they are all close. Racer, just give us an idea, man, like how much pressure do you guys feel down there in the academy for you drivers who are trying to make a name for yourself and get a ride in the pros? Just give us an idea of the pressure and stuff that can go on there. Yes, we've got it there. Yeah, we've got that. And Crone Dog, he's got to be careful not to get the disqualification penalty here, as he's definitely turned the car around the right way and he's going to give way for his own teammate Gobby to get past there. But that has caused that's another big one. We're having a lot of drama out here, and I've got to be honest, I don't think a lot of it's driver error. It seems to be those medium tyres. Yeah, it looks like it as he goes into the pits. I can't get a good angle on the car there as it always goes to that on top of the driver view. So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe we get a chat with him later in the race. But Boss, he's got a penalty in 11 lap old mediums. He's got a good chance of running down Slayer here. But behind him is Ray and Killshot's cutting that time down real fast. I'm watching him too. Him and Corey seem to be running that slipstream pretty well. But Ray right now on the attack for split second as TTV gives up a position to his boss and team owner SJ there. The three Mustangs that are left are down in 8th, 9th and 10th. But yeah, as you were saying, Lynx, he's got those tyres grooved in and he's off and running. Tugs is tinkering in and out at the moment by the looks of it with his time. He just can't get under that DRS zone marker of 1 second. And then Slayer's just got really old mediums at the moment, and they're at that stage where they die off for about 5 laps before rubbering in for that last stint. Racer, what's your prediction? Before I let you go and give you your shout-outs, what's your prediction here from what you can see? We're on lap 14 of 29. A lot of positions now starting to change. TTV's dropping, for example. Corey's coming up to interfere with the Mustangs, and this battle here with Ray and Boss about to happen. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking podium-wise? Give me your top 3. Well, there you go. That's the prediction. We've got it on record now. It's live. And as we're watching that, Ray makes a big mistake and runs wide. Those tyres are now dirty. We'll keep an eye on this battle here, guys. I know there's some in the field. We'll keep an eye on this battle as they're getting closer to the graveyard. But before we let you go, Racer, a big shout out to you, mate. Unfortunate tonight, I know it's frustrating with a no red flag rule, but unfortunately it is the policy here, and it's your first event where you've actually had to learn about it, considering it's been a while since you probably read the rule book too. So apologies for the unfortunate event for you, man. But best of luck next week. We're off to Hungary. Before you go, what's your thoughts on Hungary? How are you going to prepare for it? What do you think you're going to have to do to get there? All right, mate. Well, any shout-outs before I let you go, and we'll let you go back and enjoy the race.
Definitely to the team owner. He's just always there. I think a couple hours of practice before I went to Tasmania. He definitely gave me a few tips about exiting. He got me
All right, well, I'll have to leave it there. I've just been noted that I had my microphone on mute on the settings, so I don't know how much of that interview they actually heard me asking the questions or if just had you talking. So yeah, that's the main thing. So yeah, look, thanks for tonight, mate, and best of luck. Have a good week in Australia if you end up staying and racing here again with the pros. Maybe a bit of redemption, but yeah, best of luck with your season, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon on the podium again.
No worries. Thank you,
And that was Racer. Unfortunately, he copped the disqualification glitch when the graveyard claimed him, and he was hit by SJ apparently by the sounds of things, and that's what's caused an unfortunate run for SJ tonight. The tyres on the mediums out there are struggling. Northern Star's the only one out there on hards other than Corey, who just pitted in for him. So it'll be interesting to see. Now we're on with Timmy. He's been moving up the field slowly, but he had a situation back there where the tyres got greasy on him and he ended up slipping back some places. So we'll see what he does here, see if he can keep making it up. But the prediction was Tug Slayer with a boss finishing in at third and then a penalty giving Lynx the third place. But here we go, here's a move. And he just can't squeeze it in. It's going to be close as they come down to the graveyard. It's Timmy versus Northern. On the back straight, he gets a little loose. Can he keep control of the car, taking the inside line? Will he have a position to make a move? Let's jump on with him as they come down through the graveyard. And he just might be able to pick the outside as he gets the DRS. Will he take that pass? He does on the outside, and a great maneuver over North Star as Timmy moves up into the top 10. And some valuable points there for the Phoenix. So that there is probably the only close battle we've got other than Kiwi. Kiwi's taking on Killshot as No Bags is into the pits there. But Kiwi's going to have that inside line. He's just not quite there to be able to hold it. No Bags is in the pits on 9-lap-old softs. He's still running pretty well there. The three Southern Cross cars are all in. All the Phoenixes are still there. And a Mustang, a Silver Fern and a split second car are out at the moment, and he's tried to make the move, Kiwi, and it has not ended well for him as he is trying to rejoin the field and safely gets out of it so he doesn't cop that glitch that we've seen all night. And that is unfortunate because that was looking like a great little battle between him and Killshot. It didn't look like he really touched him. It looked like he rid the curbs on the inside a bit too much there, and the curbs got the better of him as Killshot now is making his way. So a little bit of a live change for these boys at Southern Cross. They had to try and fix things up with their newcomer Jacob, who's not racing tonight, as he joined the team. They had to kind of make a little bit of a live change as Slayer pits for the first time tonight. He'll go to the softs and try and run 10 laps as it's lap 19 now. Killshot will move up the front, but let's not take anything away from the split second boys as they run in second and third there. But we've got gaps galore now, and we're trying to find where these battles are because it has just turned in to basically an open field as No Bags has got a battle on now with Crone Dog. And that is literally the only battle in the field. We've got gaps of 2, 5, 3, 12 seconds, 9 seconds. There's just no one close for a battle here except for No Bags right now. I know the fans at home are sitting there going, come on, give us a safety car. We want some racing. But we'll see what happens there. Anything can happen. It is Australia, and safety cars breed safety cars. We said we'd see one tonight, and we already have. We've seen a virtual safety car. We've seen a real one. He's got DRS now on Crone Dog. Can he get that gap closed? His next opportunity is going to be down at probably turns 11 and 12 as I'll come through the chicane and into that DRS zone at the graveyard here for No Bags to have a shot. And the Lynx has picked up a penalty for speeding in pit lane. That is going to hurt as Tugs moves into first place. Lynx is going to pit on 11-lap-old tyres for the mediums. He's not going to risk it, and he's going for a 9-lap run on those softs. What will Tugs do and Ray do as split second now of cars 1 and 2, and the Southern Cross are in 3 and 4 as we also watch No Bags down in 14th here. Still in the points there at the moment. Only one car's going to miss out on points, and that looks like it will be Junior at the moment, who's 12 seconds off anyone. And it looks like TTV is in the pits and dropping down the order. Timmy, I'd like to note, is up into 8th. So keep a close eye out on him as he is coming back hard to try and get himself a position. As No Bags is going to fall behind the DRS time. He didn't get a chance to lunge at Crone Dog, and he is dropping off now as it's mediums versus softs, and those softs are definitely rubbered in right now. We've got a Sector 1 yellow. It's a Phoenix up the front. It looks like it was Gob, Almighty Gob. It is. He's in the wall. North Star picks up a penalty there. Crone Dog and No Bags go past him. He's trying to let everyone go as SJ goes. He hopefully won't get pinged here. Junior's about 31 seconds behind this. So Junior definitely having the toughest season of them all. He's really struggling right now in Academy. I wouldn't imagine you'd see him up on a pro call anytime soon. He's definitely, I think he's been finishing the races, but he's only been doing so by the skin of his teeth. He's definitely struggling with this season's Academy cars and regulations, I can tell you that. He's not a bad driver, but the regulations are there to test these drivers. If they want to go to pros, they've got to perform, and that's the whole point of it. But looking at that, it looks like Junior's actually having a lot of connection issues tonight by the looks of it. Anyway, Tugs is up the front here. Resident Greekman. He is definitely one of our internationals that are putting up a challenge to all our Australian Kiwi boys. And then behind him is the American of Ray Ray, who is definitely showing what the internationals can do. And you guys in America, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, supporting your man from America, the driver from America, Ray Ray, then hopefully soon we'll have some great news as well for you coming soon. Timmy just lost it on the outside curb of turn 2 apparently. And you couldn't hear the driver, no commentary. So apologies there, Racer. It sounds like they missed most of that interview. So I do apologise there. The levels weren't working. So I'd say that would have been a setting issue on my side, not yours. So I do apologise for that, mate. Maybe we might get you back in later. We'll see. But for now, this should be interesting here. As Ray Ray is closing the gap to his own teammate. Lynx is 11 seconds behind that. Slayer has made the move as Killshot is in the pits on 13-lap-old mediums. He's going to go for a final run on those softs. As Slayer is past another one of the Phoenix drivers. That had to be Almighty Gob coming out and being lapped there, definitely. Boss is up into 5th. Timmy's up into 6th and on the hunt. Here we go. We've got a battle to watch now. Let's get excited. Crone Dog's also onto QE, but we'll stay here with the top one. QE is dropping down in the pits with Killshot, but Corey, is got a battle with Crone Dog there. So Phoenix is getting in and amongst it as we watch Timmy try and climb a higher run here and get some more points for the Phoenix. At the moment, split second are up the top with a 1-2. Lynx there in 3rd, hoping to be able to get back that 10 seconds. He's already claimed 2 seconds since the last time we checked in with him, so he is running that down. He's got to hope that the rubber in and the tyres will last long enough, as the 2 in front are on very old mediums. With 13 and 14 lap olds, they've definitely done their compulsory tyre change, as Timmy has picked up a penalty there of 3 seconds as they go through the graveyard. They're both there. Timmy with DRS. He's going to make a move on Boss, and he does so cleanly as Boss just slightly moves out of the way there and offers it up. That's very, very sportsmanlike of Boss, and respect is shown to Timmy from Boss. Boss is the kind of driver that, as much as he'll get wheel to wheel with you, he'll also show respect to drivers that deserve it like that. So he's enjoying that little battle by the looks of it. And it looks like North Star's had a moment there in Sector 1 as he dropped down to 8th. Will Boss get in with the DRS? Not quite. Not quite, as Timmy keeps moving forward. He's on the charge now for his own teammate. He's about 9 seconds behind his own teammate as Boss. He's staying with him. The DRS helping. Will they be this close together come the graveyard? Can Boss get up there on the gearbox? If he can ride that gearbox and stay under a second, he'll have a chance after the graveyard and do the exact same thing to Timmy as what Timmy did to him. Now, with what we've been seeing, the drivers haven't been able to hold on to that gearbox, and it just has been too much of a workout to stay with them within a lap, and they've had to fight back. The question is, can they manage those old tyres though up the front, or will it open up for links? That is right. Caleb sending through some messages of support for his boys in Phoenix. We may still see a 3-4 or a 1-2 even for the Phoenix as their boys are pushing hard. All four of them still in the race. Will they be able to finish the race in the points, all four of them, and extend that lead in the Academy Team Championship? They are definitely looking for maximum points if they can get them. But Boss, he's just not quite there as that DRS zone came around. He'll get another shot down the main straight here as he's going to be under a second, in that zone. North Star kill shot, swap spots there. They're battling and battling. It's down the front there in front of us. There you go. There's 3 cars in it. It looks like and QE's involved in this little battle. It's a 3-way. 3-way for 8th. And North Star's on those hards. There'll be 10 lap old hards as he comes across this line now, up against 2 fresh soft tyres. And soft tyres are going to definitely win out every time on 10 lap old hards. So he's still got 5 laps on those hards to go. Will he be able to do it? Will those mediums hold up on Timmy, on Tugs, and on Ray? That's a question too. I'm not sure who's going to be able to hold out these tyre life. Now, we do know Tugs is a lot like Rip in Pros, and he is definitely the best driver in this competition in regards to tyre management. But right now, we look at North Star. He's had a pretty decent debut in the top 10, but can he keep it going? As I'm looking for some action on this table, there's not a lot. The American and the Greek are definitely putting it to the field of Australians and New Zealanders, and an English New Zealander as well in SJ. But this is definitely a spaced out field now, trying to find that action if I can. No Bags looks like he's getting back into it with Corey. So a shout out from Paddy, cheering on the boys in split second and his fellow teammates, as the Graveyard is not claimed No Bags tonight, and I hope it doesn't. But here he goes. He's got a chance to make a move on Corey. Not quite there, as he's trying to fight his way up into the top 10. This will get him into 13th. It looked like Tugs had actually left the session or something then. I missed what it said. I think Tugs has gone AI from a connection issue. But if he has from a connection issue, that won't be an issue. It's only if drivers do it on purpose and pause and go AI. But we'll just wait and see. And of course, if it is an issue, it'll go to the stewards. But we'll see. As Ray has brought that down within 4 seconds now. But Lynx has brought down the gap within 5 seconds. Has 5 laps enough for Lynx to do it? We got a sector 3 yellow. It looks like there is a black car. It is. It's AJ. He's had another spin as he reverses it all the way back there. And he just can't get the control of it out of the sand pit. And again, he's just having so much trouble as he definitely does not safely re-enter and almost collides with the Phoenix. He's definitely interfered with that driver. That was Gob. He's definitely interfered with either Gob or Slayer, whoever that was up the front. So that will be off to the stewards, I guarantee it. But you'd imagine right now that that's Junior's race over with 3 laps to go. But that was quite a disgusting re-entry. He could have stayed on the inside. I've got to say that was probably some of the worst driving from Junior we have seen in the last season or two, as he will continue to race, but you'd probably imagine... and we've joined him just in time, and there is QE spinning it. He is just not having a good run tonight when he goes wheel to wheel with Killshot. That's twice now that he's ended up wheel to wheel and ended up second best. Straight into the wall there, as he just can't get a hang on trying to control this car, and he's trying to stay out of the way. That's what he's doing as he comes back onto track, and those tyres are lit. They are definitely lit. He is in trouble, and that has hurt his... And there you go, Junior has DNF'd as well. Junior is out and retired. But SJ in 14th now. I think that affected SJ as well. And Almighty God will round out the points in 15th. Oh, hang on. Who was that in front? That is Tugs. Tugs is not in control of his car. He is definitely not in control of his car. He is being generated there. So the question will be the amount of time for points there, as the American has the lead with 2 laps to go. And Lynx has definitely knocked down that time. He's now down to 3-second gap. He was at 5 seconds a lap ago. This is getting huge. This will be an epic finish, as they've also going to have lap traffic coming up as we're with the race leader. Blue cars coming up ahead, and Lynx is going to have to battle through those blue cars as well of the Mustangs, those blue and yellow cars. Hopefully they'll get out of the way and follow protocol. As we go through the graveyard with 2 laps to go, Lynx, can he get through there safely? He can, and Tugs is down into 5th now with the pit. So it's unlucky, but this is the way racing goes. It is sim racing. It's the world that we live in now. As Ray, he'll come around. There'll be 2 laps after this to go. This lap and the one after. Let's see what can happen. Can the American hold on, or will Lynx be able to catch him? This is going to be the battle up the front. Lynx fighting for his first victory of the season. He wanted it so bad, and he wants this one at home so bad, I can tell you right now after talking to him this week. Oh, and there's a Mustang in the back of the fence back there. I'm not sure who it was, but it looked like it was definitely someone else. From the Mustangs. It was a lap car, so it had to be QE or... no, it had to be SJ, because QE's in the pits. But, as we talk about it now, we're down to under 2 seconds here with 2 laps to go. Let's see if Lynx can run him down. It looks like one of the only decent battles. Oh, we've got Boss on TTV as well, who's close. So let's head down here. I think the clock is definitely a bit wrong there, unless it's a pit stop of TTV in the pits. Our timers are off, but there you go. No Bags and Corey are at it again, and No Bags will finally get Corey, and Slayer picks up a penalty. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th have all got penalties. Will it matter at the end of the race? But No Bags moves up into 11th. He's got Crone Dog, but he's 11 seconds ahead. I don't see him making a top 10 tonight. Let's see what can happen here. Can Ray win it, the American, as he'll come around for the last lap. He'll tick it off for the last lap now. I haven't got time. We're on the last lap. I haven't got time to invite. I don't run the server, boys. You need to talk to the guy running the server or have someone in there that can do this. I can't do it while I'm running the show. By the time I invite him in, the race will be over. And I don't think I even have him as a friend. So I'll invite the party, but I can't do this during the show, boys. You need to organise the person that runs the thing to do this, okay? Alright, here we go. It's the last lap. Ray in front. He's in first. Lynx, he's closing the gap, but it's not going to be enough. Fastest lap goes to Tugs. There you go. We've got a Sector 1 yellow. What's that going to be there? Sector 1's got a lot of cars going through it too. But right now, Ray, the American, he's going after his first victory of the season. Lynx has got it down to under 2 seconds now, but it's not going to be enough. He will and should take on the role there as second place. He should pick up the podium, but he's got 8 seconds in penalties. He'll need at least 2 seconds ahead. He will. Slayer's got 6 seconds, but 12 seconds ahead of Timmy. So 1, 2, 3, 4 should be there. And Ray, the American, picks up his first win of the season. Lynx will take second. Slayer's going to come in at third. And will he hold on from Timmy? I believe he will, who's 12 seconds away. Last week's race winner's going to pick up fourth. And Lynx will come home with second. Ray, the American, with his first. We'll be talking to the Americans soon on the podium, so come back and make sure you join us. Don't leave us. As we know, Tugs was absent, but couldn't get back in due to not having the invite. He put on a great race. He'll finish up in 5th and get some great points there for the team. Killshot done a great effort tonight, been putting on some great battles with the boys, and he'll finish up in 6th with TTV right behind him, but with penalties himself in 7th. And North Star on debut will get a top 10 finish and finish in 8th. He's got a 6-second penalty, so he'll probably drop to 9th here, and Crone Dog will go to 8th, and he does. And Like a Boss will finish with a 3-second penalty and cross the line with a damaged front wing. He's just making sure he crosses the line in 10th. No Bags will come across the line with no penalties and knock Boss back out of the top 10, and No Bags will finish in the top 10. That is massive. A huge race tonight. Crone Dog picking up the game's driver of the day. But Ray, one of our internationals, the American, will come through with the victory. Lynx gets up an even further place on the podium of 2nd place, bettering every week. And a 3rd place there going to the Phoenix driver. Absolutely amazing racing tonight, guys. I've got to say, it has been absolutely enjoyable from the start to the finish. Action-packed. We had a couple of moments there where the field was spread. All right, time to do the regular screenshot. Tugs will take the fastest lap point, finishing where he did, provided no steward issues, of course. And then, of course, Ray from America picking up that first place, his first victory. We'll get those penalty shots and the finish time shots. Junior with a DNF along with Junior, Racer, Junior and Banana with the DNF, and Racer and Voice of Chris with DQs. So that should be a great run there for the boys, and I got to say, it's going to make for a great podium. We'll head to the studio now, and we'll start seeing if the boys start coming into the podium. We've got a few coming in now. We got Ray. We're going to wait for the rest of the podium to get in so we can talk to them 3, 2, 1. But what an amazing race tonight. The Academy, again, have not let us down at all. I've got to say, some epic work by the boys tonight, and I think split second in Phoenix and the Southern Cross guys are all got to be proud of what they've done tonight. Mustangs had a rough night, to be honest, and so did the Silver Ferns, definitely hurting a lot there, not just on track but in the wallet by the looks of things too. So hopefully the pros will be able to put on a better, just as good a show. On Sunday night. Make sure you join us on Sunday night. Pros, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. They're here at Australia Racing. And, of course, Monday nights, every Monday night is this division now, the Academy division, who are fighting to get into the pros every 6:30 Monday. And, of course, Thursday, 7 p.m., talking split with Sinner and Friends. Unfortunately, last week we couldn't have our show due to the storm. But all our shows every week are live. Make sure you check us out and join us. We do like to get involved. TJSF, great race, lads. Thanks, mate, for the comments. And shout out to SS and Toys R Us for your follows tonight on Twitch. All right, we're having a look. Let's see if we can get the boys in here. We do have Ray in. Ray, you got your camera ready, mate? We'll give you the interview first, and we'll just wait for these other boys to come in. But if you got your camera ready, we'll get you on.
Unfortunately, I do not have a camera.
You don't have the camera?
No, I do not.
No worries, mate. All right, well, look, first things first, congratulations, mate. Well-deserved win, a very tough win. We saw those medium tyres taking a lot of punishment out there on the track tonight. There was definitely a lot of drivers struggling with those tyres. Why don't you give us a run through your race and how you felt it went? Obviously, the win makes it feel good, but tell us about any moments you might have had that we might have missed, some close moments or anything like that. Your thoughts on the tyres and the track and the race itself.
Tires felt great the entire race. The softs they felt good through the entire stint, and then popped on the mediums right before that safety car came out, so a few extra laps probably saved my race in that case, with only kind of wearing down 3-4% through the safety car. Turn 4 kind of bothered me a little bit because I kept getting run wide by the Silver Fern Academy, so I had to give up the space there and just let it be, and then that safety car restart, I got stuck behind Star and Crony, I think it was, on old medium, so I kept losing pace to Lynx and Rice, and I just kept falling behind from there.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a great race and a lot of challenging efforts for you out there, that's for sure, and a couple of good little battles. But you went from 4th in qualifying. Tugs and you both had a great launch, and then you kind of dropped back halfway through that first lap. Was there contact there on the first lap, or what happened?
No, there was no contact at all. I just kind of let everything be and didn't want to fight. I'd rather save the car and keep position as best I can through the early part of the race, because it all comes down to the end.
Yeah, well, look, hey, you're representing America. You're one of our international drivers. So this is a great way for your season to really start its campaign. And there's a lot of talk in the paddock at the moment, in the rumour mills, that apparently we will be talking soon about some certain things coming up to represent America a little bit more. But what are your thoughts on split second? Obviously, you're a rookie this year. You're racing from America, and you've got to deal with, obviously, the international server difficulties and all that. How are you actually finding it here with split second?
Everything's been really fun. Jeddah was kind of annoying just because there were a couple cars that were legged out, so you kind of had to be very careful around them. If not, you couldn't do anything around them, especially around Jeddah. But other than that, I haven't had too many issues myself. It's just been super fun and enjoyable.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, mate. Look, congratulations on the win. I won't keep you. I know it's really late or really early over there at the moment in the States. So, look, congratulations on your first win. Hopefully it won't be the last one this season. And hopefully we'll see you up there a little bit more this season. And we'll see what can happen for you in the split second, boys. But of course, the question is: are you aiming? What is your goal to get into the pros next season? Is that where you're aiming, or are you happy to be in the academy? What exactly are your goals racing with split second?
This season, just kind of placing as high as I can within the academy standings. This race really helped out with that. Hopefully, like you said, not the last time you see me on the top step here. But ultimately, it is to kind of move into the Pro Series next season and just keep being at the top series if you guys were to add more and everything.
No worries. All right, look, mate, thank you very much. Congratulations again. Any shout-outs before we let you go?
Nothing that I can think of at the moment. I'm god awful tired. Not gonna lie.
No worries, mate. Look, thanks for putting in the hours and the early mornings for us, mate. We really enjoy your racing, and again, congratulations.
Thank you again. Thank you.
All right, that's Ray, winner of the night. He's definitely put in the effort tonight to earn that win, and definitely deserve it of it, I can tell you that. He had a great race, didn't he? And America get themselves a victory driver on the podium too, of course, in the sense of Ray winning that. But now it's time to get a very familiar face this season, as Lynx was very well known last season. Lynx, mate, second place. You seem to be going up and up the podium at the moment this season. Give us a rundown on how the drive felt. It looked like a big challenge out on those mediums tonight for everyone. How did you run on them?
Yeah, overall, not a bad race. The mediums were very slick around Australia, I would say. But overall, pretty happy, pretty stoked to just take away second after I kind of botched my own strategy for a third week in a row.
Oh, well, look, I gotta say, you're managing the academy team really well, and especially under some pressure of livery work and drivers and all that kind of stuff. We know there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you do, so there's a lot of pressure on you, not just on the track but off it. So you're doing a great job there, and it shows that you're definitely the right person to be leading this team, as you're always finishing ahead of the rest of the boys and leading by example. So congrats on that second tonight. I thought it was a great drive. Unlucky not getting the first, but still a great drive. What were your thoughts there at the start? Like you were up the front, so you probably didn't see a lot of the action there. But what were your thoughts at the start? Was there a lot of, because I know you guys are on comms and stuff, was there a lot of chatter about what happened at the back of the pack with the drivers at the back, or still waiting to see the footage on that one?
I didn't, like you said, I was at the front most of the start. see what happened. But from the guys, didn't raise too many concerns. We're pretty good on comms when someone goes around or there's an incident. We pretty much straight onto it, let each other know so we can avoid it the best possible. But other than that, I'm pretty sure the boys stayed out of trouble.
Yeah, well, look, your whole team finished top 10 tonight. 3 drivers instead of 4, so that's a bonus. A good chance for you guys to start running down the Phoenix. It definitely makes the job a lot harder for you guys when you're only running 3. But of course, Jacob had work commitments, and there's not much we can do about there and stuff. But how are you feeling going in, knowing you got the rest of the season to go? You're definitely on par with what you're doing with the team. Everything's working. I think it's been a handful of not even a handful of DNFs through quali and races. The boys seem to be very consistent in finishing this season. Is it taking a lot of pressure off you there in that sense?
Yeah, look, we're working well together as a team. At the moment, our objective is just basically backing up the pros with the 4 constructors. We're just trying to do the best we can in the academy to just keep ourselves up there. I mean, we've had 3 drivers for 2 weeks now out of the so we're doing pretty good to be I'm pretty sure we're sitting in the constructors, so I'm quite happy with how the boys are performing.
That's awesome, man. Look, congratulations on your 2nd place. I think you're one to watch out for this season, being very consistent. I like to call it chucking a Tomo, someone who finishes in the top 4 or 5 every race. And we've seen that work the last 2 seasons. You don't have to win them all. But yeah, look, congratulations, mate, on you and the team and the way you're managing the team. I think you're doing a great job. And hopefully this won't be the last time we see you and speak to you on the podium. Before we let you go, you got any shout-outs or comments or anything like that you want to do?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely want to be on the podium a lot more this season. Last season was a bit of an up and down roller coaster where I was on the podium a couple of times here and there, but other than that, I'm just trying to be, like you said, do a Tomo, be as consistent as I can. I haven't had a DNF this season, either quali or racing, so I'm just looking for consistency. And for a shout out, just no bags and kill shot. Fantastic again tonight, boys. Well done.
Well, thank you very much, man, and wish you all the best. And rumour has it that depending on what happens this week with the boys, you might actually be staying in Australia just in case you need to back up the pros this week. What are your thoughts on that? The call up here at home and getting your debut in the pros on Sunday night if needed. What's your thoughts there? You excited, nervous, or prefer to be flying off to Hungary with the boys on Wednesday?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. I don't think a lot of drivers like coming back to Australia for this track. It's a bit of a tough one. You never know what can come at you at Australia. You can either be in the graveyard or you can be on the podium. So, look, if the team needs me for next week, I'm quite happy to put my hand up and stay in Australia for another week. But if I'm not needed, I'm quite happy to sit back and watch the pros go at it.
All right, mate. Well, look, thank you very much. Either way, we'll see you either Sunday or Monday next week. So best of luck with anything that does happen, and best of luck in the training this week and getting the boys up to par for Hungary next week. But yeah, other than that, congratulations on your 2nd, mate.
Thanks, mate. Good show, Sinner. Thanks.
Thanks, mate. Time to bring in 3rd place. We spoke to him last week. Slayer, mate, consistency's paying off. You're on the podium again.
Yeah, another good race. Kind of had a slow start, but I was quite happy with the result at the end. So yeah, very happy.
Sorry, you're definitely representing the Phoenix strong. A double podium week so far. Last week in Jeddah, this week now in Australia. Is that car obviously feeling a lot more comfortable to drive now, and that from the testing to first race? You had some troubles in the first race, I believe, and then now you seem to be very consistent. So the car feeling a lot better under you in that?
Oh yeah, definitely much better. First race, first round at Jeddah, I was a bit nervous. Obviously, it was my first race, and all that. But second race, kind of got used to how everything was going. And and then Australia today. I just showed what I could do to everyone, like show them how like quick I am and how competitive I can really be.
Now, you and Timmy seem to be teaming up really well out on the track. Like, you seem to be both in the same area come qualifying and all that, you know what I mean? Like, you're placing around each other on the grid. Have you guys have been talking strategy and all that, working on the track and all that? Because it seemed like tonight, until there was an unfortunate event there with Timmy, it seemed like you two are actually trying to work together and slipstream each other through the pack and get yourselves up the front. Is that an actual game plan thing, or is it just the way the race is working out?
No, that's our main game plan. Like me and Timmy have a similar race pace. Obviously Timmy's just faster than me. But we do tend to try and work together to get to the top. As you can tell by today's race, it was third and fourth, which was really good. Obviously at the start of the race, Timmy had a bit of a slow start as well, and same as the other Phoenix boys. But they moved up the ladder pretty well at the end of the race and got 4 cars in for the points. So I was quite happy with that.
Yeah, well, it definitely showing out there too on the track, the teamwork. So it seems like if any of you boys end up a little bit further down but are around each other, you all seem to either push harder to get to that driver and push them further, or at least seem to come together and get each other further up the track by the end of the race. So well run team there by Caleb, we know that, and obviously he's showing the academy how to do it and what he wants from you guys. So well done there. Hopefully we don't just see you on the podium in the upcoming future. Hopefully we get to see you on the top step soon. But your thoughts on the upcoming race? Obviously next week you got Hungary. So do you know if you're flying out with the team this week to head off to Hungary earlier, if you're being kept here in Australia to back up the pros next week, this Sunday in Australia? Do you know what's going on with the Phoenix yet?
To be honest, not too sure at the moment. Just still waiting for further orders, just to see what happens from there. But you know, anything could happen. So right now, I may as well start practicing for Hungary, getting it ready. Me and Timmy and the Phoenix boys will try and smash out a good strat like what we just pulled today, and hopefully give us another good outcome with points.
All right, well, look, mate, congratulations again for another podium. Great racing out there. You're doing an amazing job. It's fun to watch. Any shout-outs before I let you go, mate?
Yeah. I've got the Phoenix boys, Timmy, Crone, and Gob for a really good recovery race after they had a slow start. Shout out to them. And shout out to all the mates of mine from Inters, ISA, from any mates that are connected to me. Thank you for watching, and I hope I didn't let you down.
No worries, mate. Look, thank you very much again for joining us on the podium. Wish you all the best in Hungary, or if you're back here with the pros in Australia next week. But until your next podium, mate, I guess I'll say see you later, and best of luck with your training, and more than likely with the way you're in form, I will be talking to you next Monday night.
Awesome. Cheers. Thank you.
No worries. All right, so that was Slayer, Sir Slayer. He's had a great start to this season, I got to say, and is really showing strong for the Phoenix. It's going to be an amazing season for him, I think. Don't write him off for champion either, as he's very consistent like Lynx is this season. And I got to say, Timmy had a struggle tonight. Tugs was unlucky there with the connection issue. I do apologise if I sounded like I was getting a bit angry there when I did the re-invite. I do apologise for that, as it was just quite frustrating because we were finally heating up into a moment there when I was looking down at the comments. And no one but myself was apparently able to invite, and I'm not the server runner. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm sure admin will take that away and sort that out as well for next week. So anyway, guys, it's been an amazing race. To recap, that was Ray, our American, comes in home with the first place victory. He started in 4th. Boss took the pole but dropped down the field to 11th. No Bags finished in the final 10, but a podium was Ray, Lynx, and Sir Slayer. A 1, 2, 1 victory, for Split second. Southern Cross come in second, and third was the Phoenix. So the Ferns had a rough race tonight, and so did the Mustangs, both probably going back to the drawing board for Hungary to see what they need to do to start having a big run here and recoup what points were lost this week in Australia. But the teams also still have Australia on Sunday night here for their pros to work out and organise as well. So it should be interesting to see what happens there. Who knows, we might see some of these academy drivers step up. A lot of the boys are showing their talent out there on the track as well. And the Graveyard also claiming a few DNFs there in regards to a couple of our drivers. So the Graveyard didn't let us down. Australia didn't let us down. It was a great race. And of course, our academy drivers didn't let us down. Another exciting race tonight. I will send a shout out to Boss, although he finished 11th. He put a lap of the gods in on the last lap of the race. If you missed that earlier tonight when the show finishes, skip back to qualifying and watch his lap. It was an absolute miracle. And I wouldn't put it past Boss now, lining up Hungary and getting ready for next week, going, mate, I'm going to qualify pole and I am not letting go of the lead this time. So, but yeah, shout out to Boss. We've got a shout out to Tugs. He is one of our internationals. He had an connection issue. Unfortunately, he didn't get to finish the last couple of laps of the race there. Under his own control. I think the last lap he was under control, but I think he was absent for about 3 or 4 laps there. I don't think anything will come of that with our AI rules, but yeah. Other than that, guys, a shout out to the boys and girls tonight that have joined us. Toys R Us, SS, thanks for the follows on Twitch tonight. For the comments, we've had Paddy, we've had Almighty God, we've had Broseph, Caleb, SJ, TJSF. We've also had Junior. Who else is there? As I scroll, TJ223, SS, Tomo, Racer. And that's as far up as will let me scroll. So yeah, but thank you very much, guys, for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And again, next week we are back at 6:30 Monday night at Hungary for round 4. That will be the quarter mark of this season. So the tone and the top 5 will be set, and they'll be the targets to watch for the rest of the season after we'll be a quarter of the way through this season. It is going fast. Don't blink or you'll miss it kind of stuff. Of course, Sunday night coming up will be round 3 of the Pro Series. They'll be racing here in Australia, so we'll be sticking around Australia for another week. Don't forget to join us too at 6:30 for that on Sunday night. And of course, on Thursday night, Talking Split with Cine Phoenix and friends. Come and join us for that. We'll be talking about everything F1 in real life and, of course, in split second with the Academy and the Pros, plus a lot of other sporting stuff happening in the real world. And a game review will still be UFC 4 this week, as we didn't get it last week. But again, of course, if there's any problems with storms or anything like that and we can't get to you guys, we'll let you know on Discord. So please make sure you're members of our Discord so that you can get all our messages and updates. Don't forget, on Discord too, you can become a member and just join our group. It's free. You join our group and you can chat with all our competitors in all our competitions, get to know our community, which is a very safe environment, and we encourage great and caring behavior and looking out for others and helping others through the community. So jump on Discord there if you just want to find a bunch of very happy people, happy to help, happy to communicate, and happy to socialize, as well as be happy to compete and be competitive. We also have that, but it's all in a safe and controlled environment there, as we don't allow bullying or trolling or anything like that, any form of bad behavior. So if you feel like you want to join us, come on board and join us on Discord. We also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, as well as YouTube and there was one more there that I've forgotten, and I apologize, but I'll just keep moving on. YouTube, sorry. Yep. Anyway, okay, so that's it for tonight's show. The Academy F1 Series and Race 3 here at Australia. For now, I've been your host, Cine Phoenix. This has been the Academy F1 Race 3 at Australia. But until next time, guys, keep on gaming.